Before the video starts, happy 4th of July. I hope you guys are all enjoying your time with your loved ones. By the time you guys are watching this, I'm probably going to be cooking for my family. We're having a little family gathering for 4th of July. And you know, although I'm not going to be getting any Michelin stars anytime soon, I'd say I can hold my own in terms of cooking. And we're also doing a secret unit giveaway. Link is in the description. Make sure to join the Discord and join the giveaway. With all that being said, let's get right into the video. What's up guys, Perry here, and we're back with another installment of our unit review series. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing Thunder God. And we have a shiny version of him. He is really bright. And, you know, just from his stats alone, he honestly has pretty impressive stats for a mythic that's been in the game for such a long time. We don't even have good stats on him. We only have B+, B, and B-, but he's doing 1.6k off placement, with his cooldown and range leaving a little more to be desired, but that's okay. We're still gonna do what we need to do. So if you're new to this series, we're gonna be putting this guy into every piece of content in the game. That's gonna be including Tower of Eternity, challenges, story mode, infinite mode, and raids. We're not gonna be doing Hall of Mirrors because it's relatively new and not the most well-liked game mode because of the rewards. But from the ratings that we give this guy and the other game modes, you're going to be able to determine whether you want to use him or not in this anyway. Do I have anything else to say? I mean, yeah, look at this freaky ass pose, bro. Like, why do they got me bending on the ground like that? He does have a really cool cosmetic though. Like, you have like lightning all over you and you have like some wings. That's pretty cool. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get right into these showcases. Alright, up first, we're going to be reviewing his performance and challenges. And as you can see here, he's actually a 4 placement unit, which is pretty surprising. And off spawn, he's doing 1.6k with a really solid first attack. Let me sell all these guys so you know what I'm talking about. His first attack is like this black little cloud thing, black fire, I think. Yeah, black fire thing. And it hits a bunch of times. Like, look at this. That's hitting more than 10 times. It has a whole lingering hitbox. That's how many times that it hits. And this is really useful if you're doing challenges where all the enemies have an extra shield, or if enemies have little blue health bars like the ones that you can see right here. He's going to be absolutely shredding through these guys with no problems at all. Now, albeit he does have some caveats. Number one, his range is a little bit mid. Look at this range. Like, this guy can basically only attack what's immediately in front of him and nothing more. And he's not hybrid. So the fact that he's only ground is going to hold him back a teensy tiny bit. But still, you could do far worse than him. For challenges, we're giving him a 7 out of 10. Up next, we'll be giving him a rating in story mode. And this guy is a very solid story mode option. Good damage off spawn, multi-hit ability, range. Good enough for now. Still leaves a little bit more to be desired, and his SPA is also meh. But overall, this guy does good damage, and he is 4 placement. Let me just get a little bit more money so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. There we go, yeah. 4 placement, good damage, multi-hit. Honestly, you can't go wrong with this guy in story mode. We're going to be giving him a very solid 7 out of 10. Now we're going to be seeing how he holds up in Tower of Eternity, and as you can see, this guy is absolutely breezing past these enemies. He's one-shotting them with his circle AoE attack that does like 10 hits. That's the main selling point for this guy, I'd say. He just has such a nice multi-hit attack. You're going to be able to absolutely shred through all of these little shields, absolutely shred through their little blue health bars with absolutely no issue. Once again, the main thing holding him back is that he's not a hybrid unit, but then again, he's still a very solid shield breaker option, and he's relatively inexpensive to place. He's only 1200, 4 placement cap, so you're going to be able to place 4 of these guys, constantly being able to break shields, do decent damage. Honestly, I'd say Tower of Eternity is his strong suit. This is where he really shines the most. So for Tower of Eternity, even though he has a few flaws, I'm going to be giving him an 8 out of 10. How does Thunder God do in Infinites? Well, we've got 4 of him down right now, and we're going to sell him just so you guys can see all of his upgrades in order. So, up first, no upgrades. He's just doing a simple little, okay, let me place him closer since these guys are too slow. Doing a simple little black flame attack, hits multiple times, pretty good. Upgrade him 2 more times, he gets this move called Thunder Blow, where he just rushes at the enemies and hits them 1 time. Now he's gonna get Micro Mayhem, which is pretty cool. He has like a Susanoo, but since we're not trying to get copyrighted, it's like Timu Susanoo from Wish, I don't know, but yeah, you guys get what it's inspired off of, right? And, you know, maybe it's called Micro Mayhem because this move has jack shit AoE. Look at this. How small is this line? You know, size doesn't matter, but sometimes we gotta draw the line somewhere, because look at this. Still, very cool looking attack, multi-hit. Up next, Grasp of the Abyss. And now, he just shoots a big lightning ball. It does pretty good AoE, good damage. His SPA is really the main thing holding him back. Upgrade him 2 more times, now he's gonna get Stormforge Havoc. And, you know, this move kind of reminds me of Goro from GPO. But not really, because it didn't have any moves like this, but very, very cool lightning move. It's a multi-hit, it does good damage. Upgrade him 2 more times, now he's gonna get Pure Clone? Pure Cyclone, there we go. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that right. And, yeah, his little Susanoo guy does a little bow and arrow animation, and he shoots out a black tornado that hits multiple times and does very good damage. This guy's almost doing 30k. And I know what you're thinking, Perry, we've seen way better damage in other unit reviews. Why should we be impressed by this? Well, number one, he's a 4 placement unit. To my knowledge, this is the highest damage 4 placement unit in the game. Barring Demon King, obviously he's a secret. We're strictly basing this off mythics. 30k damage, like almost 30k damage for a 4 placement mythic is almost unheard of. And I really, really like how he's unique in that aspect. That's really, really cool. Now, obviously, he has his drawbacks. On max upgrade, he's only doing 26.7 range. This is pretty unfortunate, if I'm being honest. As well as his SPA being 10.6, which is also, I don't know about that. So what are we going to be giving him in Infinites? Well, he does good damage with good AoE, and his main drawbacks being that he isn't hybrid, and his range sucks, as well as his SPA. We're going to be giving this guy a very, very solid 7 out of 10 for Infinites. Now, how does he do in raids? Well, we had to skip to the late game because this guy's a little bit pricey to max out. And there's 4 of him. I didn't even max out the 4th guy yet. I still need more money. But yeah, I had to bring in some backup for early game because frankly, this guy is just not good enough to carry you through early game. And his damage is really, really solid, as you can see, almost 30k on max, and he's a 4 placement unit. But once again, he's not hybrid, and he has pretty mid-range for a mythic, 26.7. That's a little bit disappointing. And his SPA is just, look at this. 10-second SPA on max? This isn't even full AoE, and he's doing a 10-second SPA. Now, albeit, he has a very, very strong attack. You know, on max, he's like doing a pretty big AoE attack. It's multi-hit. It does good damage. But there are just units that do it better than him. He will be able to hold his own in late game. You're just not going to be able to solo raids with this guy alone. So, for raids, we're going to be giving him a 6 out of 10. Okay, so what are my closing thoughts for this unit review? Well, after tallying up all the scores, he's going to be getting... What the... Did y'all see that? Okay, I guess you can just walk through this wall. Anyways, after tallying up all the scores, he's going to be getting a 7 out of 10 overall rating. And do I think this guy is worth summoning for? I'm going to be honest, probably not. And I say this because although he's a good high damaging unit and you can place 4 of him, and he has a lot of positives that are, you know, good for him, at the same time, there are just so many better mythicals in him, and you really, if you're starting out, you don't want to be wasting your evil materials on something like this, right? You want to be getting your meta units evolved first, right? You want to be getting your Crimson Demon Ninjas, your Secrets, your Donut Masters, your Bleed, your Meta Bleed. Like, you want to be getting all of the staples, right? The basic units that everyone wants to have before you start venturing out into lower tier units like this. Overall, I do think he's incredibly underrated. People really don't give him enough credit for what he does. He does really good damage. He's 4 placement. He's just not quite the most meta pick because of him not being hybrid and having pretty mid-range in SPA. But that is going to wrap up today's unit review. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to like, sub, comment, all that wonderful stuff. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.